All right, what's up, guys? Going to do a quick update on Bitcoin and Ethereum and a few alts, just current price action. Also, going to be going into near and why I think it's going to shoot for all-time highs despite Bitcoin dumping violently. So let's hop right into it with Bitcoin. I know I said in our last video I was expecting a dip to like 41.6 to 42.6, this little range right here. Um, it kind of bounced off 42.6 a little bit here, and it just kept rejecting. Reason for everything dumping right now, the only narrative I can really see is, tax season, but, you know, it definitely is dumping more than I had anticipated. I was stopped out of the long I was in earlier this morning. Once we broke 40K, I really didn't think that was going to happen. Um, now we're just kind of, bouncing off this 30.3K support level I have, which was the top of our range most of March, 39.3. As you can see here, we could just drag that over. Yeah, so just bouncing off that buy zone right there for now. We haven't touched it since we had that one wick on March 16th, and we had to take off, trend all the way to 48K. So now, do I think opening a short is a good idea? No. Uh, I'm looking, to start nibbling into a long. Um, just buy a little bit here, and this range is we're probably gonna get a nice bounce. I'd say at least or at 41.6 throughout the week. I am prepared to buy, lower, a nice three tap of this 37.5, 37.6 would be nice. And for those who don't understand, a three tap is, over time, you know, one bounce here, second bounce here, say it comes down, and it bounces again, then that is a three tap, and that would signify a bottom, and then we could start maybe trending higher again. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Um, let's see if this 38.6 holds. If it doesn't, then I'm looking for 37.5 throughout the week, and we probably get a little bounce today, and then some chop throughout the week, because we didn't expect to dip this low. I don't think we're just going to bounce back immediately. So I'm expecting some consolidation within this range and, potentially a better buying opportunity around here, 37.5, 38. Let's see if this 38.6 holds. All right, let's check some high time frame, see if the asteroids bell has anything to say. So I currently have it on the 12-hour on normal. I'm going to switch it to slow real quick. See if we get a different reaction. Yeah, so we kind of just broke all the way up, retested a support, and kind of failed here at this 47,000 K level. Came all the way back down and just closed below the midline. So that's for the 12-hour. Check the daily. Daily, we're kind of in no man's land. The bottom of the belt is also right where our 37.5, 37.6K support is. So that's what I would be looking for over the next couple days. The 4-hour, let's see. Yeah, we kind of just dumped all the way out of it right here. For those who have the asteroids belt, you could just see like a nice, okay, was treating support, was taking too long, nice rejection here, and then just closed all the way down with no wick right at 41K. That was yesterday, or was that today? That was earlier today. So that's Bitcoin. Um, like I said, would like to get this 37.5K level if I can. I want to see if 38.6 holds, or even if we just bounce here. We're having a slight bounce going on right now. This current daily just opened, wick down to retest that 39.3 again and bouncing. So that is good news. We will see. ETH was holding surprisingly well against Bitcoin earlier today. I know I posted this in my last video, just kind of waited out ranges within this 3180 and this 3280 level. and then I wanted a clean retest of the downtrend, which pretty much was exactly what happened. Rejection here, all the way back down, downtrend. So how did I come up with that? You guys know all I did was drag from all-time high to right around, November 16th. You can see where it tapped it December 9th. And then we haven't touched it since December 9th until we broke out of it here, the end of March. And now we're just simply retesting it. So that's still bullish price action on high time frame for me, as long as we kind of hold this level. Go back below 2800 and it's Goblin Town, in my opinion. You don't want to break back below the daily belt. Really want it to hold here, like I've been saying. Why I'm in a small long, I opened up a little bit at 3,000, a little bit more at 2950. Um, I am slightly in profit now. We're sitting at 29.92. So we will see. Would like to target here the 34.50 again if we could get a nice trend back up. So something like that. All right. That's ETH, high time frame. Now near, um, as you guys know, just keeps bouncing back consistently over the past few days. A lot of fundamentals going on. I think they're partnering with Luna for UST as well. It was actually green. It closed green for the daily today, even though it dipped all the way down to $15 again. It closed green, where almost everything was down 10%. So that's just an example of how much strength it is showing against the market, despite it dumping. Here's the 4 hour. So that trend I was posting, I guess, a few days ago, we literally rejected it right there. It looked like we were about to flip it. It was a clean rejection for a short at 1750. All I did was grab from our point here, March 14th to right around March 16th, and you just extend it, and you can just see how it was treated as support and resistance the whole way up, like resistance, 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 kind of flipped it, broke, you know. So right there. Do I think the bottom is in? I'm not sure. That does look like it could be, a nice little rounded bottom there. I would like a tap of this 4 hour. If we get like the low $14, like 14.30, or even right here, like just 13.80, something like that. If we got some serious pullback on Bitcoin to like that 37.5K level I was talking about, I would expect near to follow, and then bounce hard back into this range. So any dip buying opportunity you see, take it. Or at least low leverage, 3x, 5x. It's very volatile and it is trending up, despite the market dumping. So it is worth the risk if you get a nice dip like we did today. Like I said this morning, I went long of 15.20. I de-risked a little bit at 15.60, and now we're back at above $16. I never really marked it out on here. Let's see. So that was my target, $17. Even now, I don't know. What is that? From 15.20 to 16.10, percentage wise. Yeah. So it's up about 6.5% from my call this morning. Great place to take profits if you're just not willing to sit in positions, or at least close half so your break evens like back down here. Um, so if it does come back below, you can either add back on, or at least you took some profit if it does run back on you. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Now is not the time to be risk on. It has not been the past week or so. So yeah, take some profit. Goes back below 15.70, maybe add it on. Goes back below $15, cut almost all of it if you haven't already, and look to buy back lower, probably around 14 or slightly below, like 13.50, 13.70, something like that. Just look at these highs, mark them as support, and see how price reacts if it does come back down there. That is how you form a plan, and a nice, get a nice buying opportunity for yourself. All right. Look at a couple alts. Solana broke back below our high time frame bullish trend, as you guys know. Let's see the daily. Yeah, so here's the trend I have. We just rocketed past it, went from 80 bucks all the way to 144. It was an incredible run. A pullback was necessary. I just didn't think we would break below this 106 so easily. Um, that does upset me for bullish continuation. Let's see how Tuesday and Wednesday go to see if we come back up here, retest it, possibly break through it. Um, Again, if Bitcoin dumps 37.5 or even 38.6 for Solana, I will be looking at $94. That was our nice area where we just kept shorting. If you guys remember back in February, you short $94, you just made money every single time. Once, twice, three times, four times, five times, six, seven, until we finally broke it. And then here again. So you guys get the picture. $94 is a very important level to hold as support if we get another dip. It's roughly 6% dip from where we're at right now at 101. 6-7%. All right. Luna dumping a good bit. I really thought it was going to go for all-time high here, but it just failed on April 6th, and it's just been down only ever since. We are roughly down almost 30% in those 4 or 5 days, which is kind of crazy. Um, I guess it's because people are having some second thoughts about UST being backed by Bitcoin. I said that not too long ago that I didn't really trust it. I guess everyone's starting to share that same sentiment at the moment. But $80, $70 is a good buy zone in my opinion. So even this little area right here, 70 bucks would be like giga-long territory for me if I got it anywhere near here. With Titan validation, of course, for it's all about market sentiment. If we're in the middle of down only, Bitcoin just keeps dumping and dumping without any bounce. That's when you start to ease into a long. You don't want to go full risk on at one price. It dumps an extra 3%. You went 20x, and your account's almost down by half, even though you bought at the right time. Not the right time, the right levels. You just didn't expect it to go a little bit lower, and then you end up getting kicked out, or stopped out, or whatever before it bounces. So, say you bought here, it has one little bounce and then a wick down here, and then it instantly bounces back up. Kind of what I'm talking about. If you went long at 71, max leverage or full desired position right there, and it dips all the way down to 66 or whatever, that's 4 or 5% loss. You're fucked. So, really, what I'm trying to say is always ease into your positions, especially in uncertain times, which we are definitely in right now. So that's Sol, Luna, Near, ETH, Bitcoin that I currently covered. Um, what else we got? Zill. I kind of thought this was going to bounce back after that, especially Waves. I couldn't believe Waves dipped that much. Not even dipped, just straight dumped after this all-time high. Like, that's just crazy price action. Literally does a 3x and then completely retraces the thing in just as amount of time as it took to pump. So, not looking at Waves anymore. That is just a shitcoin. That's 2018 price action for you guys. If you weren't around back then, this is exactly what we dealt with all year. Um, so yeah, let's see what else we have. AVAX. I really thought AVAX was going to do better throughout. It really never had a gigapump, kind of like how Solana did and Luna did. It's completely retraced the entire move all the way back down here. Extend this out a little bit. Actually, that doesn't look too shabby. All I did was extend it over, and you can just see that it's kind of holding this $74 as support. The bottom of this is 66 bucks, and every time it's kind of just instantly bounced here ever since. Tapped it once here, went all the way to 90, tapped it again, went all the way to 100, 103. So holding here is essential, in my opinion. If you do want to go long, I wouldn't recommend doing any like big positions right now. Um, Ease into a little bit, no more than 5x, 3x preferably. You could go long, stop loss either here or a little bit below. Also, when you go long here, expect it to dip back down here and then buy more. You're only buying a little bit here just in case it does run back. You know what I mean? Um, you want to have your average entry actually a little bit below this support if you can, or at least right on it, and then have that stop loss right there. And you could target, the 86 bucks or this previous high or low, and yeah, you know what I mean, right here at 81, which would be a 10% pump. So that's where the money's made if you catch those nice entries. I still think we're probably going to dip again. Um, Bitcoin probably goes to that 38.6 I was showing you earlier in this video, probably taps the bottom of this, and then we get a bounce. It just seems too easy to me now if it does just start going back up from here. I would expect, 38.6 or slightly lower. And of course, alts will dip with that. Um, what else we got? Ape. I don't know. Everyone kind of forgot about this coin. Not sure if it will go any lower. Where's the fib? The fib's around 970, so that's where I would expect, uh, you know, a nice reaction if we get that. So that's for Ape. Whoops. Not really interested in anything else. The only one I'm really paying attention to is like ETH and Near, like I've been saying. Those are the ones that are holding up the strongest. Near already up like 2% on the day. Atom as well. I want to check Atom real quick. Okay, so yeah, we had a nice pump. I know you guys took profit around 28, 27.60. Congrats to those who followed along with that. Now it's kind of the same thing, except for an even better buying opportunity. Buy 23.70. You can have your stop below this wick here, but that's kind of probably this one here, 23. Have your stop a little bit below 23 down there. Target the midline, 28 over the next week or so. That's a long-term trade. Um, Also, don't buy all at once. Expect for it to dip a little more where you can buy more down in these levels, get a better break even, better average entry into your trade. Um, just managing your risk. Don't be trading too much when everything is too uncertain like this. And if you do, have it be a quick scalp, a trade that you don't plan to be in for very long. And if it does go your way and you start getting some profit, remember to cut that profit quickly. Um, Not all of it, of course. If you want to hold it and you trust the position, but just make sure you are taking profit if trades are going your way, because they're going to be more and more difficult to be making profit if we start going lower. So yeah, just cut positions quickly, take profit where you can. Don't let it run back on you. So hopefully that is helpful. There's nothing else I really see of interest to look at currently. Yeah. If you guys have any chart requests, let me know and I'll post a chart about it. But yeah, stay safe out there, guys. Remember what I said. Ease into your entries. Expect it to go lower. So if it goes lower, you're not freaking out and you actually have more buying power. You want to buy more. All right. Have a clear invalidation level. Stick to your stop losses, at least for portions of your position. Like you don't want to go full risk on and have it keep going lower and lower, think it's going to bounce back. That's just a recipe for disaster. At least cut a little bit. So say, Adam right now, I buy here, I buy a little bit more at 23, 26, something like that if I get it. Um, but then I just keep, I want to buy more on this 21. I'm going to cut most of this position here and then buy back lower. And I mean, you don't want to be full risk on and have it just have a clear invalidation level for yourself. For Adam, currently, it would be below 22.95, you know, right where that is. So hopefully that's helpful. I don't know if I'm repeating myself too much, but yeah. All right, guys, have a good day.